mucha alergia. ¿Qué?
Ya.
¿Dónde van a abrir? Oh.
Ya.
¡Corre!
Ya. 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 Left. Talmud is to the left along the street. Yeah. Yeah.
Canso, canso. Corre, corre, corre.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Voy para atrás.
Yeah. 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 Go! Yeah. We'll kill you all. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Corre, corre. Cansando el caballo.
Yeah. Yeah. Run for it. Yeah. Run for it. Yeah. Flee. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Aguanta caballito, aguanta caballito.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Hanyo! Husunkinden!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Hombre.
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
I'm sorry, but it's too hard for me to talk about.
I understand. It must have been terrible. Why don't you go and get yourself some rest?
¿Dónde?
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Huh?
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms near the bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
¿Se va a dormir para aguantarme?
Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Oh. Ahora... A descansar, Henry. Mañana. ¿Qué? ¿Qué?
Today the patrol will come. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady.
No, te maría.
No, not at all.
No me idea.
But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Eso sí que no te lo permito.
Pennants
Te
flapped
gustan
in the wind,
demasiado.
the armour glittered in the sunlight and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
Ay, que me falta
And
poquito.
then death descended on
Quiero
Sigismund.
terminar una cosita que es muy importante. La termino.
I saw Deutsch trying to defend himself.
Se logró por mi
The man who mocked King's success as a drunkard and praised Sigismund now stood facing his soldiers with nothing but a pitchfork, trying to protect his wife and son. It was hopeless. He slaughtered them all.
That's so sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life.
Yo sé que si te
After
subes
that, I
es
stole a
para hacer
horse from
puras
her and rode
maldades,
back.
fíjate.
Like a valiant knight.
Yo estoy tan bien,
I'll never forget the horror.
trabajando aquí, pero tan bien.
It taught me for the
No,
rest of
yo
my
sabía
life.
que iba a hacer. No, mi cuaderno no.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
Mira, Ricardo,
But I
mira,
know
mira.
that such
Me
things
ataca el
happen.
tiro con los cuadernos.
Poor boy.
Ya. Oye, de verdad, esto es muy importante.
God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either.
Por favor,
So in comparison to the horrors you went through,
anda a jugar afuera con Ricardo. A jugar al
I
patio.
was young when I
A jugar al
married
patio
him.
con Ricardo.
It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older
Me
than
di
I.
muchos besos.
A woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
Ya me está robando una gomita.
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medoc of Valda. He
Mira.
decided to resolve it by force. He
¿Y qué es lo que
stormed
lo
the
ataco,
castle, burned down the village of Prodislavic, and killed many of our men. Even the old
Sí, estos 6
chamberlain.
meses se lograron cambios
He
positivos.
imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
Awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle.
No, porque después yo me las quiero comer. Son todas para pasear por
In the
ti.
end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
¿Esta es la canción que decíamos que era Deliverance?
And was Harville punished for it?
Never.
¡Decía!
After 7 years, my husband
¡Ven,
returned to
Rihanna!
me
¡Oh, ya se está comiendo la mesa!
man.
¡Anda para Ricardo! ¡Anda para Ricardo!
So Divish seems like a good, strong.
Certainly. He has many concerns.
¡Anda para Ricardo!
He had to rebuild Talmberg.
Ricardo, yo no.
After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave in Prague Castle.
¡Ay, se va el tiro!
He had no time for me. But at least we were in the city.
El siguiente 6 meses se lograron cambios positivos estadísticamente negativos usando las 4
We're here.
70%.
My lady, you're still
de
young and
Estados Unidos.
beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
También hubo
Not
mejoras
that that were true,
significativas.
lad. But it
No
was
sé
true.
qué es, tampoco sé qué es.
But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
¿Cortó?
Pero es que tú te quieres comer mi gomita ya. Voy a esconder mi gomita. ¿Dónde está la otra? ¿Dónde me dejaste la otra? Acá. Ya. Sube. Pártate bien. Ay, no, Ricardo, mira, la voy a buscar y la voy a encontrar.
Wake up.
¿Y la abuelera,
Don't
ya?
want to miss this.
¿No está la abierta?
What's happening? Come to the battlements.
Ya, la escondí en otro lado.
Patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
¿Cortó?